Supervisors is now calling on the state attorney general to investigate Sheriff Carlos Bolanos for sending a team of investigators to raid an Indiana Batmobile garage. Dan Noyes is back with the latest on the story you'll see only on 7. Dan.
Well, and Dan, the sheriff now confirms much of my reporting that a wealthy realtor and donor asked him to help get the Batmobile that he ordered but was delayed. Carlos Bolanos insists his actions were proper. Still, a candidate for Congress is calling on him to resign.
The president of the San Mateo County Board of Supervisors tells me they have asked the state attorney general to investigate the propriety of the Batmobile raid.
And the aim is to have the attorney general conduct an investigation. But we also know that that takes a long time. And so we decided that we would also do our own independent investigation at the same time.
Atherton realtor Sam Adignostio asked Sheriff Carlos Bolanos to intervene because the $210,000 Batmobile replica he ordered was delayed. Bolanos sent a lieutenant, sergeant, and 2 deputies to raid the Batmobile garage in Logansport, Indiana on July 19th.
For what? What are the charges? And they say that there's money coming in from 2 sources to the same car. And I said, no. This is Sam's car. There's no other money on that car.
They arrested Mark Raycup, charged him in San Mateo County with 2 felonies, obtaining money by false pretenses and diversion of construction funds, and froze his bank account.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, Dan. This is the crazy part. They say I'm not building the plaintiff's car, but then they freeze my account so I can't build the plaintiff's car.
Sheriff Bolanos confirmed much of my reporting in this memo to all personnel yesterday, that he knew Sam Adignostio before the Batmobile case as a business leader in San Mateo County, that Adignostio contacted Bolanos personally asking him to launch an investigation, that the sheriff ordered the 4-man team to raid the Batmobile garage in Indiana after getting search and arrest warrants approved by judges here and in that state. Bolanos said the plan was to have 2 of the investigators arrest Raycup and bring him to California, and the other 2 to load Adignostio's Batmobile onto a trailer and escort it to San Mateo County. Don Horsley is not only president of the Board of Supervisors, he was also San Mateo County Sheriff for 14 years.
Do you really need to have, that kind of manpower? Especially looking at the proprietor, looks like an elderly man. I guess he's also a minister. You can always find him at church on Sunday.
And could you also just not put the Batmobile on a truck and send it out here? Do you need 2 guys to actually accompany the vehicle?
No.
Sheriff Bolanos defended his actions in that memo, saying, I would make the same request for our investigators whenever a potential crime of this nature came to my attention. District Attorney Steve Wagstaff is considering whether to throw out the case. Adignostio paid $170,000 toward his replica, but Raycup says when the realtor missed a payment and lost contact for more than 8 months, he moved Adignostio from the front of the list to last for the 9 Batmobiles in production. Wagstaff compared that to purchasing one of 9 Babe Ruth baseball bats.
And it turns out, well, for a variety of reasons, the one you wanted, the first Babe Ruth bat, got sold, and you get one of the others. You still got a Babe Ruth bat. It's no different.
So how did this criminal case get so far? I obtained the lead investigator's affidavit for probable cause. It portrays the business transaction as a theft case. And the lead investigator, Lieutenant Michael Leishman, leaves off most of his title. He's head of the Auto Theft Task Force and Gang Intelligence Unit. He writes only that he is commander of the San Mateo County Narcotics Task Force.
People in the bank get this warrant for the bank account, which they've now frozen.
Yes.
And they say, narcotics unit, it's got to be a narcotics case. So you understand how that might play in.
No question. It's a question I don't have the answer for because it's not my office, but it's a good question.
Another good question. Do any of the public officials involved know Sam Adignostio socially?
I was a basketball referee.
Oh, no kidding.
And that was my exercise, and he played in an adult league that I would referee now and then, and so I got to say hello to him.
As for donations, Sam Adignostio is 16% partner with his brother in Adignostio Investments. They gave $1,000 to Steve Wagstaff for his campaign, another $1,000 to Carlos Bolanos' campaign. Sam Adignostio is a lieutenant-level donor to the Sheriff's Activities League for Youth Sports, meaning he gave between $3,000 and $5,000. Bolanos also gave $1,000 to Wagstaff's campaign, and Wagstaff, his campaign, and his wife gave $3,500 to Bolanos' losing campaign for sheriff. It's all too much for Rishi Kumar.
It's a business dispute, And why are we doing this? So I believe the sheriff should resign.
The Saratoga council member beat out 6 other contenders to challenge Anna Eshoo for Congressional District 16. He tells me his campaign blog calling on Sheriff Bolanos to resign has struck a chord with voters.
But here is this guy whose assets have been frozen and he's got employees to feed and they're not able to feed their families. I don't know what's going on. That's like a travesty. It should not have been happening.